The Senate on Tuesday received a letter from President Bola Tinubu seeking the confirmation of Ola Olukoyede and Mohammed Amajoda as the substantive chairman and secretary respectively of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The president's letter was read at the plenary yesterday by the Deputy Senate President Jibril Barau. The presidency had last week announced Tinubu's decision to appoint Olukoyede as the EFCC chairman and Amajoda as secretary. The appointment came nearly 4 months after Tinubu suspended the former EFCC chairman, Abdulrasheed Bawa. Meanwhile, members of the Center for Democracy and Human Rights on Tuesday stormed the premises of the National Assembly to kick against the choice of Olukoyede as the next EFCC chairman. The group's national secretary, Adebayo Ogori, during the protest, alleged that the choice of Olukoyede contravened the extant laws guiding the appointment of the EFCC chairman. Ogori said the action of President Tinubu in making the appointment of Mr. Olukoyede into such a high office with enormous responsibility as the chairman of the EFCC, in flagrant breach of the provisions of the laws of the parliament, is contrary to the oath he took on May 29, 2023 to protect and defend the laws of the nation. Now, the special advisor on special duty and strategy to Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State, Doyin Odebowale, says his principal is not working from the capital, Akure, due to accommodation challenges. Speaking on Tuesday, Odebowale highlighted the pressing need for a more suitable residence for Akeredolu given his current health condition. Odebowale said Aketi came back in September, where he used to stay, a presidential lodge built for the visiting president at that time, Olusegun Obasanjo, is a 2-bedroom apartment. He said Akeredolu cannot occupy that place again as the old governor's office, the governor's lodge built by the previous administration, is now the office of the investment outlet called Odukba. Odebowale said the governor has been managing a 2-bedroom apartment for 6 years, but his current state of health would not permit him to pretend that all is well, as he would need more comfort for him to recover properly. Governor Akeredolu has been absent from the state ever since his return from a medical vacation abroad, and his decision to work remotely from Ibadan, your state capital, has sparked controversy within the state. And meanwhile, the Ondo State Chief Magistrate Court on Tuesday ordered the immediate past Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Mr. Agbola Ajayi, to appear before it following an application of warrant by the State Commissioner of Police over an allegation of fraud. The CP had applied to the court for the warrant to bring Ajayi or his statement to court over the case, as the defendant Ajayi had allegedly failed to appear before the police nor write a statement over the allegation leveled against him. At the court proceeding on Tuesday, 2 of Ajayi's aides, Mr. Sam Ogunusi and Akintoye Olatunji, were arraigned by the police before the court over a car Ajayi allegedly collected in 2018 from car dealer. The Joe were arraigned before the court on a 3-count charge bordering on fraud. Ogunusi was said to have been sent by his boss Ajayi to collect the car from the automat of Aide in Akure, the state capital, in 2018. The police prosecutor Emmanuel Tanimo told the court that the former deputy governor Ajayi had not responded to the invitation sent to him to explain his own side of the matter. Counsel for the first respondent, Omologbon Odunsola, informed the court that he had been making efforts to reach out to Ajayi and the applicant, Segun Adetuwo, to see how the issue could be settled out of court, but the applicant's counsel, Alex Oladimeyin, informed the court that the former deputy governor could not give his own side of the incident by proxy, arguing that Ajayi should either go to the police station and give his written statement or appear in court in person. And now, no fewer than 50 people, including a district head, women and children, have been abducted, while 3 others were reportedly killed in an attack by bandits in Bagege, a mining village in Zamfara State. Some of the residents who confirmed the authenticity of the incident said the gunmen who rode motorcycles on Tuesday morning stormed the village, shot indiscriminately, and set several houses ablaze. Confirming the attack, the village head, Abubakar Uba, said the gunmen kidnapped the district head before proceeding to kidnap dozens of others in the village. All effort to speak with the state police spokesperson Yazid Abubakar for his comments on the attack were fruitless, as he did not respond to calls or messages sent to his phone as of the time of filing this report. Now let's take you to Edo State, where the governor, Mr. Doyin Odebowale, has described the suffering, hardship and difficult situation Nigerians are faced with as wrong decisions made by political leaders in the country. Akure report that the governor made this known when speaking to the congregation at the Assemblies of God Church Nigeria Edo District Convention held in Benin City, Edo State capital, with the theme, God can do all things.
Governor Doyin Odebowale said, as a governor, he knows Nigerians are suffering, passing through hardship and difficult situations, but the church has always risen to the occasion to help the people. The governor said leadership is not how much one can get for oneself, but how much you can sacrifice for others to be happy. He said Nigerians are suffering due to bad leadership despite its resources and have no business with poverty and suffering. The governor attributed his success to the collaboration effort with the church and the people of the state.
We must first understand that without unity, we cannot be strong. The unity of Edo is our greatest strength. So the church must join us to pray that in whatever we are doing, we must make sure that Edo is one. That every part of Edo feel that they are in Edo. If you are a leader and you are not ready to give of yourself, you think that leadership is about how much you can get, how much you can take for yourself, then I'm sorry, it's between you and God.
Edo District Superintendent of Assemblies of God Church, Reverend Paul Ekasi, while appreciating Governor Doyin Odebowale for his leadership style, said it has affected the state positively and prayed God to grant the governor more grace to make Edo evidence of attraction for others to emulate. Reverend Ekasi prayed God to grant the governor a good successor come 2024 election.
From my God, hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting God, the Lord, the great of the end of the earth, fainted not, neither is weary.
I am super impressed by your explanation, because the typical layman will say, why didn't the governor do this road? But you have poured your heart, explain to the consequences. Number one, it's a federal road. The next question a layman will ask, why didn't you do it? You have also answered that question.
Aide, reporting for iBrandTV News.
Well, we're still in Edo State as the governor, Mr. Doyin Odebowale, also said politics must change, as it should be all about the people and help them get out of poverty. Odebowale said this during the inauguration of Senior Special Assistants SSAs and Senior Assistants SAs at the Edo State College of Education, Afuze, in Owa East local government area of the state. Akure again tells us more.
Each one of you standing in front of me now as Senior Special Assistants to the Governor of Edo State. The powers vested in me in the Constitution, this day inaugurate each and every one of you who have been properly introduced to me this morning as Special Assistant to the Governor of Edo State. Congratulations.
Governor Doyin Odebowale said he is in Afuze, the administrative headquarters of Owa East local government area of the state, to inaugurate the SSAs and SAs to show that he loves the people of the local government. The governor said his decision to come down to inaugurate the newly appointed SSAs and SAs is because he wants them to remain in their wards and constituency.
We cannot say we are in politics and then we are poorer for it. Politics must help us get out of poverty. I want to know how people are living in your ward, in your community. Are they able to eat? Can they go to the farms? If not, why? And what can we do about them? Politics must change. Politics is about our people. Politicians must care for their people. Enough is enough.
Iboji Warrior, reporting for iBrandTV News.